everyone, I'm Dr. Aleksandra Brown. I'm a board certified dermatologist. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to share my full hair care routine from shampoos I use to keep my scalp healthy to the best products for maintaining that strong, hydrated hair. So if you're into derm-approved skincare, beauty tips, hair care tips, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for more. Now, before I start, it's important to understand my hair type, so if you don't have my hair type, maybe this video is not for you. There is no best hair care routine. There is no best shampoo, conditioner. There's just the best one for you. And this is very, very individual. So my hair is very thick but fine. I have a lot of hair, but they're really, really fine. It is straight. It is as straight as it gets. I know you guys see me with curly, wavy hair, but I do this in the mornings because I feel like maybe grass is always green on the other side. Everyone with straight hair wants curly hair, and curly hair wants straight hair. So my hair is really, really fine, but it's thick, and my scalp is oily. So you want to treat your oily scalp, but you don't want to dehydrate the end. So it's kind of tricky. So if you're somebody with really dry, brittle, curly hair, this may not be the right routine for you, but you're welcome to watch it anyways. Leave your comments, tips below, and make sure you subscribe to the channel. Of note, because my scalp is so oily, I used to wash my hair every single day, and then back in the day I used to think you can train your hair to wash it less often, and that's really not the case. Your scalp produces oil, and this is based on really hormones and your body, how you're made up, your genetic content, somewhat diet, somewhat environment, stressors, and things like that. So if your scalp is really oily, it's going to produce more oil. It will do that no matter what you do. You can't really train it to wash it less. Can you wash it less? Yes, but did you train your scalp not to be less oily? No, you didn't. And I know this from personal experience, and I know this from medical background, if you will. So how did I go from washing my hair every day to washing it every other day? I really just learned to embrace the greasy hair day, which today is the greasy hair day, if you will, and I use dry shampoo. Which brings me to how often do I really wash my hair? Because of my work schedule, I always wash my hair on Monday, Wednesday, Friday nights. This is because I commute on Wednesdays and I don't have time to curl it in the morning, and I just don't love it straight, and it gets greasy really, really fast if it's straight. I feel like if it's curled, I can get an extra day. That's another reason why I curl it. So it always gets washed Monday, Wednesday, Friday just because of the way my work and commute is, because I don't have time to really style it on Wednesday mornings. Now when it comes to weekends, sometimes I'll wash it once, sometimes twice. Most of the time I'm filming on Sundays for the following week, so I will go ahead and wash it that weekend, probably twice, which means I wash my hair about 4 to 5 times a week. Now, if I'm not washing my hair that night, I will use dry shampoo. The proper way to use dry shampoo is to apply it at bedtime. Do I actually remember to put it on at bedtime? No, and I'm going to be fully transparent with you guys. I always have been and I always will be. I forget to apply dry shampoo at bedtime. Like 9 out of 10 times I forget. So I tend to like kind of pigmented dry shampoos, and I'll show you one that doesn't have any pigment to it, but it will not leave any sort of white residue, because in all honesty, 100% honesty here, I actually apply my dry shampoo in the morning. Have I applied it at night? Yes. Does it work better when you apply it at bedtime? 100%. Do I actually remember to do that at bedtime? That's a different story. And then we're going to go through my shampoos, and you guys will be like, oh my gosh, do you really have that many in the shower? And yes, I do. I have multiple shampoos in the shower. It's because I cycle through them. I have like clarifying, I have like, well, I call it my regular day shampoo, and then I have anti-dandruff shampoos, and I tend to alternate them, sometimes depending on what I'm doing the next day, sometimes depending on what it does for my hair and what I'm trying to accomplish that day. So let's go through my anti-dandruff shampoos. First, I use these probably 1 to 2 times a week. I rotate between different ones, and it's not so important what brand it is as it is what type of ingredient it has in there. So each different shampoo that I use for anti-dandruff purposes has a different active ingredient to target the flakes, the buildup, and the scalp irritation, because as someone with oily scalp, if I skip more than 1 day in between, my scalp gets itchy, and that means the yeast is overgrowing because of the oil buildup. And sometimes I hear from my patients, they get like painful scalp. If you've ever gone 2-3 days without washing and you touch your scalp and it feels like it hurts, it's probably the buildup that's causing inflammation, and that can be painful. Also, most of us are born with the yeast. Actually, all of us are born with the yeast, and it lives in our scalp, and if you're like me, you're sensitive to it. So if the yeast in your scalp overgrows, you end up with itch, flakiness, and dandruff. So switching between these anti-dandruff shampoos ensures my scalp gets all the benefits without overusing one type of treatment, and also the yeast almost like doesn't get used to the one. This is a personal opinion. I feel that if I alternate them, I'm getting a different benefit from each one and keeping the yeast at bay. So the first one in this anti-dandruff category that I use is the Neutrogena Neutrogena salicylic acid shampoo. This one has 3% salicylic acid, so it'll help break down any flakes and scalp buildup. This is really good for seborrheic dermatitis, but also for psoriasis, and really good for oily scalp that's prone to flaking. It also helps if you have any like folliculitis or inflammation in your hair follicles, such as if you work out and you tend to be a head sweater. Those pores sometimes get clogged, so this is a really good one to help unclog those pores. The next shampoo in this category is the Verb Dandruff Shampoo. Also has salicylic acid. Between the two, I'd say I personally prefer Verb just a little bit more. And as a dermatologist, I often recommend products without fragrance. But you'll notice today I'm going to talk about fragrance a lot because to me, there's so much to be said about how your hair smells. And there's something, I don't know, we all have certain smells that we like. So yes, sometimes I pick my shampoo based on how it smells. So if you're going to look at your Neutrogena and your Verb Dandruff shampoos, they both have salicylic acid. Neutrogena one has 0 scent whatsoever, whereas Verb has really kind of subtle scent, and I prefer it a little bit. As a shampoo with salicylic acid, the Verb Anti-Dandruff Shampoo will also remove the flakes, soothe irritation, and help control excess oil production. It's really good for a sensitive scalp and mild dandruff. It contains the 3% salicylic acid, zinc PCA, some clary sage oil, and it has really soothing scent that's kind of like almost like a spa scent. It's very gentle though, it's not overpowering at all. The next anti-dandruff shampoo I have in my shower is the Head & Shoulders, and I just have like the classic clean. They have a million different flavors, so you can pick which one you want. And I would say personally for me, of all of my anti-dandruff shampoos that I have in the shower, this is my least favorite. This one controls mild dandruff and balances oil production without stripping the hair, so it's a little bit more hydrating than the previous two. It's really good for like that everyday flake prevention and general scalp maintenance. It will help reduce scalp itchiness and irritation. The key ingredient here is different. It's the pyrithione zinc. It does a good job at minimizing the yeast overgrowth. For me personally, Head & Shoulders leaves almost like a residue on my roots that bothers me a little bit. So this one never gets used Monday through Friday. This one really gets used if I just know I'm going to be at home, working out, really not going anywhere, not doing anything. My hair actually looks just fine with it. It's just how it feels to me. My next anti-dandruff shampoo here is the CeraVe Hydrating Anti-Dandruff Shampoo. This one targets dandruff while restoring moisture and supporting the scalp barrier. It's really, really good for that dry, flaky scalp that need extra hydration. And I know I say that, but this one also has the key ingredient of pyrithione zinc. But compared to Head & Shoulders, my scalp, even though it's more on the oily side, does so much better with this one. And it doesn't have any fragrance, which is really surprising to me that I would like something without fragrance and that says that it's hydrating. But I love this shampoo. My daughter loves it too. She's a preteen. She has a little bit of a dandruff. What preteen doesn't? So this one's perfect because it has no fragrance. It will not irritate anyone. It has the pyrithione zinc, which will help minimize the yeast, minimize the oil. It's a really good beginner starting place for anti-dandruff shampoo for anyone. In addition to pyrithione zinc, the CeraVe Anti-Dandruff Shampoo also has some ceramides and niacinamide, which will help kind of like calm down some of the inflammation and hydrate the dry scalp. And my last anti-dandruff shampoo is the Nizoral Anti-Dandruff Shampoo. The key ingredient here is ketoconazole. This targets fungal dandruff, itchy, inflamed scalp. It's really good for seborrheic dermatitis and really, really stubborn dandruff. It helps with scalp redness and irritation. The key ingredient here is the ketoconazole 1%. Now this ingredient also comes in the prescription form of 2%. I have used both. I personally prefer the over-the-counter because it's a little bit more hydrating and also comes in a bigger bottle. The prescription 2%, if you were to get it from your dermatologist or family doctor, comes in this tiny little 4-ounce bottle. It doesn't smell amazing. You have to really lather it to get it to foam up. It's okay. And if you do get prescription ketoconazole shampoo, don't use it every day. I've been there, done that, because it really dries out your hair. As much as it helps your scalp, it dries out your hair. The over-the-counter ketoconazole, brand name Nizoral, is perfect. It does have strong fragrance, which I don't mind at all. I think it's kind of nice. It comes out blue, but it smells very, okay, if you're European, I grew up in Europe, it almost smells like that powder laundry detergent. I think it was Persil or something like that my grandma used. So I like the smell of it, but it is very strong. It smells very clean. It does leave my scalp feeling really, really clean, and none of these shampoos, over-the-counter anti-dandruff shampoos, really irritate my hair itself. So sometimes prescription anti-dandruff shampoo will dry out your hair shaft, even though it cleans your roots. None of the ones I just mentioned dry out the hair itself, so they're perfect. So I will use the anti-dandruff shampoo probably 2 nights a week. And yes, I just mentioned several, and yes, they're all in the shower, which is why I don't have them here. They would be dripping water. I was going to show them to you, but they're just wet and drippy all the time. Now, couple days a week. I also use just like my regular, I call it my everyday shampoo. And for this, I want something that when I put on my scalp, I know it's gonna lather nice and it's gonna smell heavenly and my hair is just gonna look perfect. My favorite one here is the Daily Shampoo Aveda Shampoo. It's really, really mild. It's good for everyday use if you were washing your hair every day. It doesn't disrupt your skin barrier. It features this natural calming aroma with plant extract. It's really ideal for fine to medium hair types, which is probably why I like it. The key ingredients here are babasu oil and oat extract, and I like to pair this with the Aveda Shampoo Nurturing Conditioner. They go hand in hand. They smell really, really good. And something else, if you have oily scalp, I shampoo all my hair. I really make sure I shampoo my scalp. And if I've skipped more than one day in between, I will double shampoo. I will shampoo once with the regular shampoo and then second time with probably anti-dandruff. Sometimes I'll double shampoo with the same shampoo. But I'm shampooing the scalp. I'm not so much worried about getting my shampoo on the ends. This isn't that dirty. It's fine. But when I put conditioner in, that's completely opposite. Because my scalp is oily, I don't actually condition my scalp. I grab, kind of pull my hair back, and I start my conditioner probably about here, mid-length, maybe a little bit higher, and I pull my conditioner through all the way. I have a wide tooth comb brush that I will kind of brush through and then put my hair up in a clip while I wash the rest of my body, let the conditioner sit a couple of minutes, and then rinse it out. The Aveda Shampoo Nurturing Conditioner is really lightweight. It deeply moisturizes, conditions my hair, nourishes hair without really weighing it down, because if your hair is really fine like mine, you don't want a heavy conditioner, then it just looks really flat. This line is infused with Aveda's signature calming aroma from 25 pure flower and plant essences, and that's probably why I like it. It's really like a spa-ish smell, very soft. This shampoo provides softness, manageability, making it ideal for daily use on really any hair type. Now, one day a week, probably one day a week, I use a clarifying shampoo. Clarifying shampoo is really good if you have oily scalp or you suffer from dandruff. My first choice here is the Aveda Rosemary Mint Purifying Shampoo. It is really lightweight, clarifying shampoo that gently removes buildup, excess oil, impurities without really stripping your hair at all. It's really ideal for that fine to normal hair, leaving it feeling light, fresh, and full of body. The key ingredient here is the rosemary and the mint, and the smell is absolutely amazing. But if you're somebody like me and you have fine hair, you don't want to use this clarifying shampoo every single day, probably no more than 2 days a week. I end up using it about 1 to 2 days. I like to pair this with the Aveda Rosemary Mint Weightless Conditioner. It's really lightweight, it hydrates, detangles, smooths the hair without weighing it down, and it helps control that static and flyaways while also enhancing the shine and softness. Again, this smells amazing. It's very like soothing, minty, rosemary type of smell, very like spa-like. It's a real treat to use the clarifying shampoo from Aveda for me personally. Now, about once every 10 to 15 days, so 2 to 3 times a month, I will do like a deep conditioning mask. And hands down, my favorite one here is the Dove 10-in-1 Bond Strength Serum Mask. This is intensive repair mask designed to strengthen, protect hair bonds from damage. It provides 10 benefits, including deep hydration, frizz control, improved hair resilience. It helps reduce the breakage and split ends while enhancing smoothness and shine. It's really ideal for damaged, over-processed, maybe even color-treated hair. Leaves it really soft and really healthy looking. The key ingredient here is bioprotein care and infused with peptide. It also contains glycerin and silk protein. Last time I used this a few days ago, my hair felt like, I don't know, like I got a new set of hair. It was so shiny. It was so strong. It smelled so good. And my daughter, of course, said, "Your hair smells amazing. What did you use?" I said, "The hair mask. Don't you have one?" And she goes, "Oh, my jar is empty." So she traded me, gave me her empty one so I can have it for future videos, which I didn't even bring with me. And she took my full jar, so now I need to get another one. She loves it too. She has very similar hair. So it's really perfect for teens as well. On the days that I'm not washing my hair like the old traditional way, I use dry shampoo. My favorite, hands down favorite, inexpensive, amazing dry shampoo is the Batiste Brunette Dry Shampoo. It refreshes hair between the washes while adding some volume and absorbing excess oil. I like to spray a little extra in my part, and you can almost like, because I'm in my 40s, I am starting to thin out. At the top, my part's getting to be a little bit wider, so I spray it up top, and then kind of when you blend it in, after you spray dry shampoo, you want to leave it maybe a couple minutes. I really go maybe like a minute or so, to be honest with you, and then rub it in, and you can almost like fluff your hair, and it adds volume at the top. If you're starting to thin out, that's been working out for me. It is a tinted formula, so it blends really good with brunette hair without leaving any white cast. They have 2 different shades of brunette. I use the lighter one. It's really perfect for extending the style and giving hair a freshly washed look. My second dry shampoo that I love mostly because one, it doesn't leave white residue despite it being white, and two, it's not a spray bottle, it has an applicator brush so I don't feel like I'm inhaling anything, because with my Batiste dry shampoo, every time I spray it, I make sure I turn on the fan. We have a fan in the bathroom and I'll turn that on ahead of time so it's a little loud, and if I forget, husband has an absolute like a meltdown over, are we inhaling this stuff now? Don't get me started. But my second dry shampoo here is Crown Affair. It's the refillable jar dry shampoo. This is a talc-free shampoo and actually comes in a jar that's refillable, and it comes with a brush that you can use to target the application. It leaves the scalp and strands feeling clean and refreshed. The key ingredient here is persimmon-derived tannic acid, also has subaki seed oil and tapioca starch in it. So that's it for that part of the hair care, if you will, but the hair care doesn't end with the shampoo and conditioner. When you get out of the shower, it is extremely important what you do with the hair next. For example, I don't use regular towels on my hair. I haven't for a long time. I use a microfiber towel. My favorite microfiber towel is the Crown Affair microfiber towel. It is really gentle towel designed to reduce the frizz, prevent breakage. It will help absorb excess moisture really quickly while being really soft on really delicate, fine hair. It helps maintain hair health by minimizing the damage caused by traditional towels. You don't have to get this one. I have bought packs of like regular ones from Amazon, and they're fine, and I use those for when I travel. And yes, when I travel, I've started packing a microfiber hair towel because I find it really does help, especially if it's like a week-long vacation. I will roll one up and just throw it in my suitcase. Right after, so I'll put the towel on, leave it on for a few minutes while I do some skincare, and then when I take the towel out, I always apply oil, and I am not oiling my scalp, you guys. This is important because every time I say I'll put oil in my hair, everyone thinks I'm putting on my scalp. No. Remember, I have oily scalp. So I use Davines oil. I got hooked on this, gosh, 5 or 10 years ago, and I will do maybe 2 to 4 pumps, on average 3 probably, depending how long my hair is. It's on the short side now, and I kind of apply it here through the ends. It's really lightweight, really deeply nourishing oil that will add shine, softness, and frizz control. It protects against heat and environmental damage while enhancing hair manageability. It's good for all hair types, especially if you have really dry, coarse hair without feeling greasy. Now, most popular leave-in oil that I used to use is the Moroccan oil, and it is so much more expensive, and I hate it for me because I will do 1 drop of it, and no matter how much I spread it, that 1 drop just weighs my hair down because my hair is so fine. So this one doesn't do that. It leaves the hair really like airy still without really weighing it down. I will do this before I dry my hair, so it's providing some heat protection. As you'll see, I use other heat protectants the next day before I curl my hair. The key ingredient here is the Ruwaku oil. It protects and strengthens hair with beta carotene and antioxidants. So 3 pumps on damp hair after the microfiber towel before blow drying my hair. I tend to wash my hair at night. I shower at night. I like going to bed clean. I've just always been this way. So I will shower, wash my hair, use my oil, dry my hair completely, and then go to bed. I also use silk pillowcase, which will help my hair and my skin. I do not go to bed with damp hair or damp roots. If you're somebody who has oily scalp or dandruff or sensitive scalp, blow drying your roots is extremely important, because if you leave your roots damp and then you go lay down, there's like a moisture from the hair and heat from your body is a perfect setup for the yeast overgrowth and scalp irritation. So just dry your roots. And if you feel like your hair is oily the next day, it's probably because you didn't dry your roots. My preteen was washing her hair every day and waking up with oily hair, and it turns out all she had to do was dry her hair before going to bed, and it would look really nice and fluffy the next day. So dry your hair before going to bed. Now the next morning, I will wake up and I'll go style my hair. Most of the time, I'm just lightly curling it just because I think that gives me ability to skip a day of wash. If I leave it straight or if I straighten it, I feel like it gets greasy pretty fast. I have a couple of heat protectants that I really like. One is the GHD Bodyguard Heat Protectant Spray. I like this one because it's really lightweight. It will shield the hair from heat damage up to 450 degrees. Not that you should be on 450. I keep my curling iron on like 360. It helps maintain the moisture balance and prevents breakage from styling tools. It leaves the hair feeling smooth without any sticky residue. I also like it because I don't feel like I'm inhaling it. It's almost like it's a different kind of pump. I don't really know the name of it, but it's not aerosolized. It just sprays directly onto the area where you're applying it without feeling like I'm inhaling it. My other heat protectant I use is the Aribe Gold Lust Dry Heat Protection Spray. This one protects from heat while adding a really soft, weightless finish. It's ideal for use on dry hair before styling or touch-ups. It's infused with nourishing oils to prevent damage and enhance shine. The key ingredient in this one is the biorestorative complex, the plant collagen, caffeine, biotin, and niacinamide. And this one does spray like your typical hairspray, so I always make sure I have my fan turned on so I don't feel like I'm inhaling it. Really briefly, for my heat tools, I used to think that I had so much hair, and when I would go to get my hair done, it would be like a 2-hour appointment when I used to color it back in medical school because it would take so long to dry it. Everyone said, your hair just keeps the moisture in. And then I got the right hair dryer, and I know it's expensive, but it saved me so much time. So I used to dry my hair in, I don't know, 40 minutes to an hour with what I thought was a salon hair dryer or salon grade hair dryer, and now it takes me 5 to 10 minutes. So my go-to hair dryer is the Dyson Supersonic hair dryer. This is not the air wrap. I also have the air wrap, which is more expensive, and I don't think it dries as fast. It has a lot of tools that I don't use, but the just plain old Supersonic hair dryer from Dyson is fast drying with this intelligent heat control to prevent damage. You can control the levels of heat and the levels at which the air comes out, and it has a cool shot. So it literally is the best hair dryer in my opinion. For my straightener, I have a really old but still works so well. It's Babyless Pro Nano Titanium Straightener. I really don't like the ceramic coated straighteners. It's just my hair doesn't do well with it. This one is a super lightweight straightener that smooths hair without excessive heat exposure, and I feel like it gives me a little bit of a shine. Of note, I keep my hair straightener and my curling iron at about 350 or just under temperature. You do not want to go above 350, 360. For my curling iron, and she's my girl, is the Bio-Ionic curling iron. I do the long barrel one. It gives me this long-lasting curl with less heat damage. I don't know how to use the wand. I wish I did. This is the curling iron. It's just what I've used, and I can use it. I've even learned how to use it without leaving the clamp marks on my hair. So guys, that is all I use in my hair for my hair care routine. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Drop your questions, comments below, or if you have other topic ideas you want me to cover, let me know. You can also find me on Instagram and TikTok at Dr. Aleksandra Brown. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.